So hey, Brittany. So what are some common car dealer scams that's going on out there right now?
I mean, there's a ton. How many do you want to know?
All 10.
10?
Yeah.
All right. So starting with number 10, you got your trade-in deflation. So what that means is you take your vehicle in and you want to trade it in to get a newer vehicle. What the car salesman is going to do is go do a silent walk around. So what that is they will go and touch each dent, ding, scratch, stuff like that to make you tell them a story of why that happened. But in their mind, they're devaluing your trade. So if your vehicle is actually worth about $5-6 grand, they're going to show you too.
Okay.
Because you told them what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
So just make sure that you know the actual value of your vehicle before you go in. If they want to do a walk around trade, by all means, fine. Sometimes it's best not to go outside with them. Just let them take a look at it and hold your own so you can keep the value of your car.
So another car dealer scam is packing the deal.
What's that?
So what packing the deal means is that a dealership will add products and services to your loan, and you may not even know about it, or you may not even want it.
No.
But they add it to your deal, and so that's why it's called packing the deal, and to make it to increase what you're financing, so they'll make more money. So you want to be careful and make sure that when you're doing a deal with at a dealership, you want to make sure that you look at every single line item to make sure that you actually purchase, or that you are aware that you're purchasing whatever product that they have on the sales contract.
Gosh, that's awful. Number 8 is going to be a Cosigner Scam. So this actually happened to me before.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So you go by yourself to get a vehicle. The car salesman says, hey, your credit might not be strong enough to get this specific car. Do you have anybody that can co-sign with you? So the thing is if you say yes and that person actually has higher credit score than you, they will actually be the primary, where you will not be. So the benefits from purchasing the vehicle will actually go to the primary, whoever your co-signer was, instead of you. And if you actually don't make the payment or anything like that, then they can actually take the vehicle and it will affect the co-signers.
So the next scam is we're only going to send it to 3 banks. So the reality is that they're going to send it to as many banks as they can to try to get you, or try to get them the best deal possible. So especially depending on your credit, if they can make more money from a different lender or from another lender, then that's what they're going to do. So it's never 3 banks. It's probably going to get shotgunned out to as many lenders as possible
until they make the best profit.
Yep, until they make the best profit or the most attractive deal, not for you, but for the dealership.
And will they tell you about it?
No, they're not going to tell you about it. They're just going to tell you it's going to go to 3 lenders, but it's never 3 lenders.
Until you look on your credit.
Until you look on your credit report and you see that you got tons of inquiries. Yep, That's right. That's right.
And they can't take it off afterwards.
Yeah.
Can they?
No.
Nope.
No.
It's on there for a while. Number 6, talking about your credit. Some dealerships, they might have to show you your credit score. Some may keep that hidden until the very, very end. So what they'll do is say that, hey Ken, your credit has seen better days. So I'm actually going to have to get you with a lender that has a higher interest rate. I worked real hard to get this vehicle bought for you. So in actuality, you could have something that, a bank that says, hey, I can give you the loan and give you a 6% interest rate. But what they're going to do, just how, they want to make the most money that they can, they're going to do the same thing. So they're going to devalue actually your credit, which you've worked really hard to build, and just say, hey, seen better days. I've done everything that I can, and this is the only bank that would buy you.
Okay. So the reality is that they may have better options, but they're telling you that your credit's not any good, so they can get a deal with another lender, or a lender that's going to be able to give them more money.
Get more money for the deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, every time.
Okay. I got that.
So make sure at least you ask them what your credit score is. Ask to see what interest rate you're getting, because if you know you can get it better elsewhere, then by all means get it better elsewhere.
So the next one is it's called the yo-yo sale.
What's that?
So so the yo-yo sale is basically where they put you in a car and they tell you that you've got approved for this car, but they got to get the final approval from the bank. So they put you in the car and you're driving it for a couple of days, and then they call you back a few days later and say, hey, Brittany, you got to come back because we couldn't get your deal done. And so they may come back, they may tell you that, hey, you got to come up with more down payment, or they may tell you that you got to, your interest rate's going to be higher. When in reality, they may have already got you approved for a lower down payment or lower interest, but they're trying to make more money. So that's why they tell you that they're going to put you in a different car, or you got to come back and re-sign papers.
So it's not like a bigger deal for them. Mm-hmm. They want to make the most.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Could you imagine falling in love with a car and then being forced to get out of it or come up with more money?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens a lot.
It does.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
Number 4 is going to be the purchase lease scam. So what that is going to be is mainly on your new vehicles. So let's say you want a car so bad, but your payments have to be at $350. You can't go over $350. That's your bottom dollar for payments. So what a salesman might do is say, hey, make you believe that you're purchasing the car. You own the car. It's going to be yours after you pay it off. And actually, they have a lease term in front of you. Now, if you know anything about leases, it's not your vehicle. You have to maintain the upkeep on it. It's still the dealership's vehicle. So just to make the payments look pretty and pleasing to where you need to be in your budget, they're going to try to give you a lease instead of you actually purchasing the vehicle.
So they're going to show me payments for a lease, but tell me that it's actually a purchase.
Oh yeah, that it's yours.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's not. So within 3 years, you're going to have to go turn that car back in.
Yeah.
So make sure that you take a look at your payments. Ask them, is this a purchase? Ask them if this is a lease. How long your term is. Because a lot of people won't know that until it's too late. And after you sign that contract, you're in it for 3 years.
Yep. So the next scam is called the bait and switch. And so the bait and switch, basically what that means is that they're going to bait you with a nice newer car.
It's beautiful. It's here.
A beautiful car, nice looking car. And then when you come in to the dealership or when you get here, they're going to switch you to something else.
It's gone.
That's right.
Never been here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you saw.
Yeah. And so they may advertise low down payments, low interest rate on this nice, pretty car. But then they're going to switch you to something with higher down payment, higher payment, or an ugly car.
Higher interest, something that you never wanted.
Yeah, that's right.
That's depressing.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that, whatever deal that you see or whatever deal that they're offering you, it's on the car that you're interested in buying.
Number 2. This is a big one. This is what I've seen a lot in my 6 years selling cars. Inflating your income, which is illegal.
Yeah.
It can ruin the whole deal. So what that does is on your credit application, let's say minimum bank requirement is $2,000. Mm-hmm. Well, you only bring in $1,800 a month because you're a waitress.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make it look like, no, you make $2,100 just to make it look pretty to the bank, just so they buy your deal. At first, the bank might not tell you that they need your bank statements, check stubs, or a certain stipulation to make sure that you do make that amount that I said that you did. Once that comes along, you do your welcome call with your bank and they ask for those. It dequalifies you for that loan, and you have to turn the car back in, which will show as a voluntary repo on your credit. So that's going to make it even more impossible for you to get a car loan.
So they're inflating my income
To make it look pretty.
Yeah, and so that's totally illegal.
Yeah.
And that's fraud.
Oh, but it helps them because they actually get not only a sale, they can raise your interest, make you, they'll pick out the car for you. You don't even have to say so because you have poor income.
Yeah.
But they do it a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's totally illegal. You could be charged with loan fraud if that happens.
And that's on
to
you. That's on you. That's not on the dealership.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So the number one dealership scam is market adjustments. And so we all know that over the last, because of COVID, there's been supply chain issues, there's been chip shortages, all kinds of constraints in the market. And so what dealerships have been doing is they've been doing market adjustments. And what that means is they increase the price, or not increase, but they attach an addendum or add what they could call dealer value or whatever stuff they want to name it. It's an additional markup on the price of the car. Now I've seen market adjustments as high as $200,000
Oh, what?
above the MSRP on, like for example, one of the new Hummers, over $200,000. Some of the, there's a Porsche 911 that I saw $150,000 dealer markup. And the thing is, the bank don't even finance that. You got to come up with that money out of your pocket.
And most people, they don't have that just randomly laying around.
No, they don't. So why dealerships are able to do that right now is because, of the way the market is. And so they use the term market adjustment, meaning that the market is adjusting the pricing of these vehicles, which in a way it does make a little bit of sense, but it's totally price gouging. They're totally taking advantage of the situation and charging you all these ridiculous amounts of money above the MSRP. Now, MSRP, I would say, is reasonable to pay that. But I mean, if you're talking about an extra $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 above that, I mean, come on.
That's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that's totally ridiculous.
And I think some places even do, just to make it look like they're cutting you a break, they're cutting you a deal. They'll take off from the market adjustment, but they're not taking off from the cost of the vehicle. So you actually get nothing.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so what I would recommend is, ask the dealership that you're looking at buying to see if they do market adjustments, and if they do, what is it? How much is it? And what is it that you're getting? What kind of value are you getting for that market adjustment? Now, there are some dealers that don't do market adjustments, or they do a small market adjustment, but they provide some kind of value with that. So it could be like, for example, lifetime of tires or lifetime, oil changes for that. For that markup. And so just want to make sure that
see how you benefit.
Yeah. You just want to make sure that what value does it bring to you if a dealership is charging you market adjustments on their cars.
So like and subscribe if you found any information here in this video that was substantial to you, or you have been a victim of one of these top 10 car dealer scams. And then I think I did that.
Just like and subscribe.
Just like it. Just like it.